y. Can you solve this? Like, come, let's do it together. Okay, we are asked to solve this. That's, we are asked to find the four values of x. Since we have x to the power of 4, we are going to get four values of x that will satisfy this equation. Welcome to JJ Online Math class, and let's get into the business of the day. So the question says we should solve this. Let's group them into two. So let's multiply this bracket by this and this by this. So if we do that, it's going to be what? X times x will give us x to the power of 2. X times 4 will give us plus 4x. 1 times x will give us plus x. And 1 times 4 will give us plus 4. Okay, now let's multiply this and this. X times x will give us x squared. X times 3 will give us plus 3x. 2 times x will give us plus 2x. And 2 times 3 will give us plus 6 is equal to 120. But before I go further, my shout out today goes to Venkat Reddy. I had to write down the name somewhere. Venkat Reddy, I don't know if I pronounce your name very well. Thank you so much for the super thanks. Okay, may God replenish your pockets. Thank you so much. Okay, now let us continue. When you look at this, notice that we can rewrite this as what? X squared plus 4x plus x is plus 5x. Okay, plus 4. All right, multiplied by x squared plus 3x plus 2x is also 5x, plus 6 is equal to what? 120. All right, so we have x squared plus 5x plus 4 can be written as 5 minus 1, right? Plus 5 minus 1. Then here we have x squared plus 5x plus 5 plus 1 is equal to 120. Now, why did I do what I just did? The reason is I want to get something similar here and here, and with that I will say let u or let y, anything, be equal to x squared plus 5x plus 5. That is what they have in common, right? So if I should make that statement, that simply means that I can rewrite the whole of this equation in this form. This becomes y minus 1, okay, multiplied by y plus 1, right, is equal to 120. Now we have formed difference of two squares. Yes, in algebra, when you have a squared minus b squared, it is actually equal to a minus b multiplied by a plus b. All right, so in this case, our a is y and our b is 1. Okay, so we can actually rewrite this as y squared minus 1 squared, which is still 1. So we are going to write this as y squared minus 1 is equal to 120. Perfect. All right, so if this is the first time you are coming across this channel, permit me to claim this. Please don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel and to on your notification bell. All right, so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video, and I upload 2 videos daily. Okay, so you can tune in anytime you want to check what's new. In a day, I must upload 2 videos. Okay, all right, thank you so much. Now with this, we have that y squared minus 1 is equal to what? Is equal to 120. Perfect. Let me now come to this side of the board. So we have that y squared minus 1 minus 120 is equal to 0. Oh, sorry, I'm going round. This is actually y squared is equal to 120. Let's cross this to get plus 1. Yes, so that we can remove that. We can get the value here when we take square root of both sides. Yeah, so we have that y squared is 121. Perfect. So let's take square root of both sides to get the value of y. But recall that we are not looking for y. We are looking for the value of x. Okay, but this is going to be a starting point to get the value of x. So let's take the square root of y squared, okay, is equal to square root of 121. Now your square is going to cancel your square root, and you have that y is equal to plus or minus 11. Perfect. So that means that there are two values of y here, right? The first value is that y is equal to 11, and the second value is that y is equal to minus 11. Now let's start from here, that y is equal to 11. So recall that our y is what? Our y is what? X squared. Sorry, I've cleaned it, but this is actually our y. X squared plus 5x plus 5, but because that is what they have in common, right? So we have x squared plus 5x plus 5. Perfect. So that is our y is equal to 11. So we can write that x squared plus 5x, all right, plus 5. This plus 11 will cross to become minus 11 is equal to 0. So we have x squared plus 5x plus, now 5 minus 11 will give us 5 minus 11 will give us minus 6. Okay, so we have minus 6 is equal to 0. Now we are going to solve this using quadratic equation formula, which states that x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, everything divided by 2a. Now our a is equal to the coefficient of x squared, which is 1. Our b is the coefficient of x, which is 5, and our c is minus 6. All right, now look at this. We are going to substitute this into this equation to solve for x. So we have that x is minus b, that is minus 5, right? Minus 5 plus or minus square root of b squared, that is 5 squared, and 5 squared is 25, minus 4 multiplied by a. Our a is 1, while our c is minus 6, right? Divided by 2 times our a is 1. So we have that x is equal to minus 5 plus or minus the square root of 25, minus times minus is plus, and 4 times 6 is what? 24. All right, divided by 2, because 2 times 1 will give us 2. Perfect. We are getting to the equation, to the final answer. Sorry. Now, oh, since I've deleted, since I've cleaned this place. Okay, this is x plus 3 is equal to 120. Yeah, so that's the question. All right. So we have that x now is equal to minus 5 plus or minus square root of, now 25 plus 24 will give us 49 divided by 2. Okay, so our x is equal to minus 5 plus or minus, now square root of 49 is what? 7 divided by 2. So that means, recall that we are going to get the 4 values of x, and at the end of this particular at the end we are going to substitute the values we got into the equation to prove that what we did is right. Okay, now our x is what? Minus 5 plus 7 over 2. That is the first value of x, which can be written as minus 5 plus 7 is same as 7 minus 5, which is what? 2 divided by 2, which is 1. So that means that the first value of x is 1. Okay, remaining 3, 1 go 1, we've gotten 1, remaining more 3. Okay, so let's solve for x2. Then our x2 is, we have taken the plus, we are going to take the minus. It's going to be minus 5 minus 7 divided by 2. So that means that our x2 is equal to minus 5 minus 7 should be minus 12, right? So we have minus 12 over 2. And when we divide this, we are going to have that our x2 is minus 6. Perfect. So I'm going to write it somewhere. X1 is 1, x2 is minus 6, because we are still going to substitute it into our what? Equation. All right. Now, we get to the second part. The second part, we got that y is equal to minus 11. Don't worry, I remembered what we solved. Okay, so this is the second condition, or the second this thing, value of y. And recall that our y is what? X squared plus 5x plus 5. So that means that x squared plus 5x plus 5 is equal to minus 11. You need me to clean all these things. Let me know what I'm doing. All right. So we have x squared plus 5x plus 5 minus 11 will cross to become plus 11 is equal to 0. So we have x squared plus 5x plus 16 is equal to 0. Now we are going to solve this using quadratic equation formula. So when we do that, we have that x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now let's continue from here. Our a in this case is the coefficient of x squared, which is 1. Our b is coefficient of x, which is 5. And our c is our constant, which is 16. So let's substitute this into this equation. When we do that, we are going to have that x is equal to minus b, that is minus 5, plus or minus the square root of b squared, that is 5 squared, which is 25, minus 4 multiplied by a, which is 1, multiplied by c, which is 16, okay, divided by 2a, that is 2 times 1, which is 2. Perfect. So our x then is equal to minus 5 plus or minus the square root of 25. Now minus 4 times 16 will give us 64, right? Yeah, 64 divided by 2. All right, now let's continue. So our x is equal to minus 5 plus or minus square root of 25 minus 64 should give us 39, right? Square root of 39. Wait, let me be sure. 9 plus 5 is 14. You carry 1. Yeah. So it's 39 minus 39. All right, divided by what? 2. So we have that x is equal to minus 5 plus or minus this same thing as what? Square root of 39 multiplied by square root of minus 1, right? Divided by 2. So our x is minus 5 plus or minus square root of 39i. Root minus 1 is what? I, divided by 2. Okay, now recall we are going to substitute our values into the equation. So I will advise you stay till the end of this particular video. Now let us substitute, or let's solve what we have left. Now this is what we have, that x is equal to minus 5 plus or minus square root of 39i divided by 2. Now we have that x is equal to what? This is our x3, is equal to minus 5 plus root 39i divided by 2, and our x4 is equal to minus 5 minus root 39i divided by 2. Perfect. Now let's go into the proof. So let's prove the proof. Recall that the first value of x we got is 1, right? The second value is minus 6. The third value is this, and the fourth value is this. So let's start with 1. If we substitute 1 into this equation, we are going to have 1 plus 1. Let's just do it straight. 1 plus 1, which is 2, multiplied by 1 plus 4, which is 5, multiplied by 4 plus 2, 1 plus 2, which is 3, multiplied by 1 plus 3, which is 4, sorry, is equal to 120. Now let's group this. This is 2 times 5 will give us 10. 3 times 4 will give us 12. Is equal to 120. Now 10 times 12 will give us 120, and 120 is equal to 120. So that is it for the first value. Now the second value says that our x is minus 6. So let's go ahead and do that. Minus 6 plus 1 is minus 5, multiplied by minus 6 plus 4 is minus 2, right? Minus 2 multiplied by minus 2. Now minus 6 plus 2 is minus 4, and minus 6 plus 3 is minus 3 is equal to 120. So we have minus 5 times minus 2 is plus 10, and minus 4 times minus 3 is plus 12 is equal to 120. Plus 10 multiplied by plus 12 is 120, and 120 is equal to 120. Perfect. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day.